Hi, I'm Jude from headfi.org. At the last Can Jam at Rocky Mountain Audio Fest, I had a chance to talk to the guys from Schiit Audio. In this interview, Jason Stoddard goes over some of the products that Schiit Audio brought with them to Can Jam at Rocky Mountain Audio Fest. Now, a lot of headfires already know Jason Stoddard, but there's another guy at Schiit Audio that a lot of you should know about, and that's Mike Moffett. Mike Moffett is the digital specialist at Schiit Audio, and we had a chance to interview him too. Check out this interview with Jason Stoddard and Mike Moffett from Schiit Audio. Hi, this is Jude, and I'm here with Jason Stoddard at Schiit Audio at Can Jam at Rocky Mountain Audio Fest 2012. I wanted to interview Jason solely because I want to hear somebody pronounce his product names properly. That's where we're going with this. So, no, seriously, I want Jason to tell us what they brought to the show, and he's going to give us a rundown of all their products that are here.
Excellent. And I can't actually say that I'm going to pronounce them properly. I think you need to actually be Norse. But yeah, we have Mjolnir, my best shot at pronouncing it, and Gungnir. Mjolnir is actually Thor's hammer, and Gungnir is Odin's spear, so hence the Norse mythology. And these are our first balanced products, a balanced Circlotron-style headphone amp, which is, as far as we know, unique in the industry, and a balanced hardware balanced DAC. That is actually has a unique clock system that allows it to actually look at the jitter and the center frequency of the incoming signal and then decide how it wants to reclock it. And we're getting some really interesting results from that. A lot of people plug into an Airport Express and say, hey, this buy better gear light comes on, and that's exactly what we call it. And it's like, you're surprised because... Anyway, but it helps you actually define your source, and it also is hardware balanced. It's a good match with the amp, and we have a lot of people using them actually as stacks, you know, in a real full two-channel system. And that's really it for the first two balanced products we have, and hopefully there'll be something else in the future.
What do we have here? These are old. They're classics now.
Yeah, classics. Well, actually, one of the first high-powered hybrid headphone amps, 6 watts per channel, the Lear, and Bifrost, our very popular DAC. We've sold several thousand of these so far now, and it's used in a lot of systems. It stacks with all of our amps. Lear is a very popular one for orthodynamics.
What are the prices?
$449 and $349 or $449 with USB.
Oh, by the way, which, can you just talk about the DAC real quick, the Bifrost? It's USB. You can get USB input, but it supports up to what?
24192, and it's USB 2.0. The big selling feature of the Bifrost is it's upgradable, so you can actually change either the USB input or the analog card as technology changes.
All right. Now moving on down?
Oh, yeah, moving on down. To Valhalla, we go from a hybrid to an all-tube power amp. Really good for high-impedance headphones. We actually have it with the HD800s here, which a lot of people have said, $350 amp with HD800s. I don't know about that. And then they listen to it and they say, oh, that's actually a pretty nice combo. And then moving down to the very end of the line, the Asgard, $250 all-solid-state Class A power amp. And again, Bifrost, just showing a different stacking method. I guess I could say my wife made me do that because that's how she runs them. And that's it. I mean, so far, hopefully we've got some new stuff coming.
I bet you do. So anyways, Jason, thank you so much for giving us a rundown of the Schiit Audio lineup here at Can Jam at Rocky Mountain Audio Fest 2012. Okay, so we just talked to Jason Stoddard, but I was actually able to flag down the designer of the Gungnir DAC, well, any of the DACs that Schiit Audio does. It's Mike Moffett. So he's going to tell us a little bit more about the Gungnir.
Well, the difference between the Gungnir and the Bifrost, I'm going to talk about the Bifrost too, is that the Bifrost is single-ended and the Gungnir is balanced, and it's hard-way balanced. That means there's one DAC per phase per channel. So there's 4 DACs in here, as opposed to 2 in the Bifrost. They're AKM 4399s, which we really like because they're switch capacitor DACs, and in terms of the kind of DACs that most people use for audio, which we're still dealing with here, they are the best sounding because I'm about sound. We're about sound. I like to design things that I think sound great. It's got, compared to the Bifrost, it's got very trick power supplies. It's got a VCXO reclocking circuit that holds it down very tight, holds the jitter down next to nothing. And if you have a source that it will not drive and reclock, we have a bi-bitter gear light that comes on. That says, hey, get rid of whatever source you're using because it doesn't sound very good. And I think it's great, but I'm the wrong guy to ask because I designed it and I'm very, very, very prejudiced. But it pleases me and I'm fussy.
No, Mike, actually, you have tremendous background in this in this kind of component design. Just can you give a really quick rundown of your experience? It's not like you're a DIYer who just decided to get into DACs. Some people might know your background, but for those who don't, can you maybe give us a little bio?
Okay, well, in the 80s, I founded a company called Theta Digital that built the first audiophile, the first actually period audio D to A converter that was intended to be used with compact disc players at the time. I ran with that company for a while and produced a lot of very good sounding, in my opinion. Again, I'm the wrong person to ask, D to A converters. And then towards the end of that, I started to work on the A to D converters. So I built and sold a series of A to D converters intended for mastering, sold it to MCA Records, and sold it to the old Mobile Fidelity, which was an old company that built, that reissued in very, very, very high quality audio classic releases. They did have a Dark Side of the Moon and many other titles. And God, I've just been doing digital a long time. I've consulted for a lot of other people. I'm sort of, I can't count how many D to A converters I've done, but this one I did for me. And if I do them for me, I have more fun with them, and they sound in a way that pleases me. And as I said before, I'm kind of fussy.
Well, that's Mike Moffett from Shit Audio. Thanks for the background, too. Mike?
All right. And hey, thanks for having me. And yeah, that's it. Love it.